The most important thing for any farmer to realise is that any herd health plan that he sets up for BVD and IBR must have three critical components, these being a biosecurity plan, a vaccination plan and a diagnostics plan, i.e. what level of testing he's going to do across the herd. Now, when drawing up this plan, it's absolutely essential to include the vet, because the vet is the most important source of clinical information on a farm. So again, he or she can make very important contributions to the actual health plan and what goals you're setting for your particular farm. Now, speaking of goals, again, an important factor in this is to set the goals you want to achieve out of the health plan. If you simply want to control a particular disease, looking at vaccination alone may be an effective control program. For example, like looking at IBR as a particular disease where vaccination is effective. The second point is if you're looking at BVD then as a particular disease, you're looking at a different combination of biosecurity, vaccination and diagnostics, because your critical point there is to actually impose a level of diagnostic testing across the herd to find persistently infected BVD animals, and these are animals that you need to cull out of the herd. And again, that needs to be followed by a level of biosecurity to ensure you don't reintroduce the disease back into the herd. So this is what I mean about defining the goals within the herd. And like I say, the type of controls you implement and the level of control you implement will very much depend on those goals. I would always stress that any herd health plan, it should be in the form of a written document. There is no point in deciding that all this is going to be kept in your head and that you plan effectively. And again, as part of that written document, you should have an up-to-date herd profile, i.e. a stock listing. So you'll know exactly what's present on the farm on any particular day, and particularly important again, if you're testing animals, tracking one of these BVD PIs within the herd to make sure you haven't missed an animal and that you've got a test result for every animal within the herd. Now again, when I joined IML as CEO, I felt it was very important to put step-by-step guidelines in place for these various diseases. For farmers and vets to sit down and decide what are the steps necessary on their farms. Those documents at the moment are actually just being reviewed and final proofreads being done, and they should be available over the coming weeks. Again, initially released out to your veterinary practitioner for you to use and plan herd health on your farm. To summarise this, number 1, consult with your vet. Number 2, set up your written plan, and number 3, have a set of guidelines that you can follow. Once you have those 3 in place, you will be able to implement successful herd health control across your farm.